Chris here, coming at you from Boston, Massachusetts, ACUMOBILITY headquarters with co-founder Brad Cox. We're going to do some work on the shoulder. So a lot of people kind of miss their mobility work is not understanding the whole philosophy. So we want to be able to open up those ranges of motion, but then we want to use it and pattern it and tell the body it's okay and safe. So we want to load and work in those ranges. And so we're going to work all that together with a couple amazing products.
The load here is the thing that glues all of this together, right? And that's the piece where a lot of people miss, is that they don't incorporate that, right? And then they wonder why their mobility work doesn't stick.
Well, why you got to keep doing it over and over and over again.
You're doing something wrong if you have to keep repeating the same mobility work over and over. The idea is that we're going to hack into the nervous system, create an opportunity, but then you have to pattern that. And for that, we're going to use the ACUMOBILITY ball, ultimate back roller, and then the Shoulderok, which is my favorite tool for patterning and strengthening, stability, right? And core packing for overhead, pressing, pulling, really everything.
The shoulder and any, yes, and
you know, like this is our go-to
yeah,
that we use for like loading the shoulder for patterning purposes.
All right, well, let's do this.
Like a roll. We're going to show you a modified version of the Vise technique using the end of the Shoulderok here, right? So this is the exact same head that we have on the ACUMOBILITY ball there, right? Now you can do this technique either with the boomstick or the end of the Shoulderok here. What we're going to do is we're going to take, in this case, a level 2 ACUMOBILITY ball. We're going to place it under Chris's lat here. All right, that's going to create a shelf like this, all right, which is going to allow me to apply pressure with this end, creating compression from both sides here, right? So I'm going to drive down into that ACUMOBILITY ball as he then goes through overhead reach patterns, okay? We call this the Vise technique, and this is an incredibly effective way of improving range of motion. You're going to get in here, look for 6 out of 10, do a little rotation, grab at the fascia, and have him go through about 5 to 7 reps, working overhead, breathing into it, right? And look for feedback, look for tolerance here. And we find that we get enormous gains in overhead range of motion that hold way better than when we do either of these with just a single tool. So we're going to apply that pressure. Now you can find a few spots, right? So we were using the edge of the lat here. We can also move the ball a little up higher here and then get into subscap. Now for that, you'd be going at about a 45-degree angle, aiming for the back of the scapula here, okay? Now you want to make sure that when you're doing this, that you are applying pressure only into the muscle, right? So you're looking for feedback from him. Give a little,
good.
Perfect, right? 6 out of 10, no more, right? This can be a very tender area. Avoid the nerves in here. You'll know if you're on a nerve. Right?
Doesn't need to be a great deal of time. So again, that 4 to 5 repetitions
is the sweet spot.
Really about 60 to 90 seconds, and you'll see. Good rule of thumb is, stop when you quit making progress or when you've achieved the desired result.
Right, which can happen pretty quickly.
Okay.
All right. So the idea is you're going to work through different trigger points there, isolating lats, serratus. You can even get to the back to some of those external rotators because the way the ball pushes it out. Subscap, right? And then we're going to go into a pec release, right? So for this, we're going to use the ultimate back roller, and we're going to do rolling up and down from bicep through the pecs here, okay? And then you can control how much pressure you're putting into this. And this really helps to open up the shoulder, right? Allowing us to get back, right, into position and get better lat engagement. So this is something we also do if you're going to be benching, going to be doing overhead pressing work, anything like that, right? So spend about 30 to 45 seconds on that, find those good trigger points, get that stretch, open that up, right? And then we're going to go into some packing good overhead work with the Shoulderok.
So this is the Shoulderok. We're going to go into a swing with it. What we want to do is maintain good sternal position with this, not going into extension. So you're going to feel a little bit of a brace while maintaining that. You're going to let the weight drop behind you and keep it close on the swing behind you, moving the shoulder through an entire range of motion. Slight pause. Nice low position here in the stomach. Elbows and wrists staying at 90-90. Working through both contract and relaxation phases, which is really important that we don't maintain this and separate it from doing something like a kettlebell halo or club work where we're maintaining an on position all the time. That's really a big thing about the Shoulderok is the contract and relaxation phases involved with it.
This is my favorite tool for this, right? Because you get enormous neurological change, right? Very quickly. Talking like a few reps, and you can feel everything just lock in, right? And you're getting through that full range of motion there. And so we've been using this clinically and in the gym with great results.
Yeah. There's a very detailed, thorough progression video that comes with the purchase of this product. So much longer than the piece that we've just seen.
Yeah.